Hello and welcome, Warriors of Light. Today we're going to be comparing Lominsa 1.0 to a Realm Reborn to see what it used to look like. We're not going to look at every ounce in 1.0, but if you want to see Limsa as a whole, I will place a link down in the description to my exploration video where I do just that. I've been wanting to do these videos for a long time now because I'm actually surprised to see that there aren't really any videos like this out there. There's a lot of interesting stuff to look at, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the Ad Castle. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Now we're going to take a look at the Bulwark Hall. There are a lot more lighting effects in the Realm Reborn versus 1.0. Generally, places in 1.0 are a lot darker, but even Bulwark Hall had some major changes. Let's go around the room because there was an entryway that leads outside and up to the upper decks that actually got removed. Here is a Chocobo Issuer. In 1.0, she is inside the building versus outside. Let's head to what we now know as the Etherite Plaza. However, in 1.0, this area wasn't always the plaza. At 1.0, the plaza is actually in a separate building on the upper decks. You can really see how much was added and how much was removed. I'm honestly mesmerized by all the stark differences. This is the area with the tree that was also added that didn't exist in 1.0. Let's move on. Here is the entrance to the upper decks. One thing that you'll notice on the ad castle, you will see a window appear. If you go up there in the Realm Reborn, you will actually see the seams and the textures of the window being cut out. We're now going to head down to the shop areas. On the left side here, there's actually a building that was removed in the Realm Reborn. In my Limsa video, it had a sign on it with a mallet looking a lot like it would have been some kind of courtroom. Now let's take a look at the starting area. Next, we're going to take a look at some of the guilds. First, we'll start with the Arcanist Guild. A lot more decorations in the guild, which we will see a lot of in these videos. Let's now take a look at the Fisherman's Guild, and this one is honestly really funny because when it switches over to 1.0, you can see there is just literally nothing but a sign and two barrels in front of the guild. I noticed in A Realm Reborn in 1.0, there is these cabinets where there are actually fish tanks, and you can actually still hear the bubbly sound effect if you stand next to it. Now let's take a look at the Astalicia, which in 1.0 was actually the Marauders Guild. This area here is on the upper decks looking downwards towards the lower decks. At 1.0 there was a whole area down there that you can actually walk around. Next we're going to take a look at the dining area. It is substantially smaller in 1.0. This is the Marauders Guild in the Realm Reborn as well as the Musketeer Guild. But in 1.0 it's actually just the Musketeer Guild. Now let's check out the Adventurers Guild. I personally think this is the best part because everything you see in the distance doesn't exist in 1.0. All these areas here were all added. Here's another shot from the Blacksmith and Armorers Guild. That rock structure in the back is where the Etherite Plaza is. And this is what the Etherite Plaza looks like in 1.0. Now we're going to take a look at the statue that players had to pray to in the MSQ. In 1.0 you had to walk across a couple of bridges to get to it, but in A Realm Reborn it's actually right around the corner. And that wraps up our first comparison video. It really is amazing seeing what the developers accomplished in such a short amount of time. But that was just a fraction of what we're going to look at. In the next video, we're going to compare Gridania. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. It means a lot seeing more people watching my 1.0 videos. If you haven't subscribed already and like what you see, like and subscribe to the channel for more FF14 videos like these. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with Warriors of Light.